Hi everybody, in today's video I'm going to set up my well-being planner spread in my A5 Filofax gun organizer in the Sunrise print. This printable download is available in my shop at marianecresp.com. So it's available in A5, Happy Planner Classic, as well as letter or Big Happy Planner size. Now I do have something similar for personal size as well as Traveler's Notebook Regular. All the details you'll find in the description below, and everything you see here that I use and show, please find all the details down below, and would love it if you do purchase them to use my affiliate link. So let's get started. So today I'm going to be using a few different markers and dot markers, so hopefully you'll find something that you may have in your pencil case or in your stationery stash to make some colorful, really bright, fun planner spread for your wellness and all your habit tracking, as well as your morning journaling and taking a break. So the first thing to do is I think I'm going to add my heading, so the date range at the top. So for this, I actually found these markers here from TK Maxx here in Sydney. So I'm not sure if you have TK Maxx in your neck of the woods, but these are the King Art brush pens, and then I thought they looked quite good. There is a set of 24. I'll pop an image of the packaging right here so you can see what it looks like. So 24 brush pens, and they pretty much are comparable to the Tombow jewel brush pens. So let me see if I can grab a few of them right here. I am not an expert in all the different art brush pens. However, for my layman's eyes, these are quite good. So we'll be using them to do headings or our date range, but for a pack of 24 at Australian dollars, $12.99. So that works out to be, just 50 cents, and these are a little bit pricier, so see if you can find these ones near you, but I do have my Amazon affiliate link in the description. Like anything with my headings, I do just like to do random colors, rainbow colors, really bright ones, because if you make your pages attractive, then you're more likely to use it. So when I'm drawing, I'll be fast tracking a few different things. I'll have some music in the background, so enjoy, relax. If you're also doing your plan for the new week, plan along with me. Let's go. So they're nice, quite thick brush tips, and you can create some nice broad strokes with them. I think these are only, just double check, yep, they're only a single-sided brush marker. So they've got really lots of vibrant colors. I will do a separate video of them, and I'll do a swatch so you can see exactly the colors. And the great thing with these are the colors are on the barrel of the pen. So if you need to go and check out what colors they are, they're right there, and then it tells you the name of it as well. So that's the heading right there. And because these are quite vibrant colors, I'm just going to leave it as is. I normally like to outline the edges, but we'll leave it for the moment. Now I'm going to embellish the top of the page with some washi tapes. So with the rainbow theme or colors or different various colors, I've just picked out my little washi container that has my washies that have a variety of colors, and I haven't used this one for a while. I'm not sure exactly where these are from. I will find out, and if I do, I'll pop them at the bottom. They just have all these different fashion graphics on there, and I'm going to grab my Hobonichi basic stencil. The edge of it is jagged, so you can then rip the end of your washi tape nice and straight. So then I might add just here, continue that washi tape line, and then that'll give my heading a nice colorful touch at the top. So it's hard for me to see if that's straight. There we go, and there we are. Pop that side. I recently did a organization of all my washi. Some are still everywhere, but what I did with it, let me see if I can find it. This is my Filofax pocket-sized domino soft organizer in the color lemon. And then what I did with all my washi is I grouped them together first by color coding them again in the rainbow theme. So Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, indigo, violet. And then I group them that way. So if I am looking for a particular color of washi, they're all grouped together, and I probably will add little tabs on here so then it is quicker for me to flip through to the color that I want. So these ones here are these various colors or rainbow colors. So if I just want to be random with the color theme I want, I can just go and look for the ones I want here. So that's how I organize my washi in this little Filofax pocket organizer. And then I just printed out these grid planner inserts. They are free from the Peanut Planner Co. Link will be in the description. So if you ever need inspiration on how to organize your washi, ta-da! Okay, now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to continue the very colorful theme, and I'm going to use my Pentel sign brush pen. Now some of these I purchased myself, and then the other colors were gifted by Pentel Australia. So the pack that I got gifted, I'll pop a visual here so you can see. Again, you can find the details in the description. So no rhyme or reason with the colors I picked, random. So I'm going to use that to write down the habits that I will have for the week in the 7 areas of focus. They are mental, physical, spiritual, finance, career, social, and family, in no particular order. Although I do, the way I write them down, I order it in the way I action them. So in the morning, normally meditating and reading are the first things. Here on the left hand side, I'm just going to use my color coding little check mark. So again, I'm just going to zoom in so you can see a lot better. Now I'm going to use my double-sided Zig Clean color dot marker from Kuretake. So one-sided is a sponge round end, and then the other side is a fine tip. So depending on the pressure you apply on the page will create different size circles on your page. So let me show you. So if it's just a light touch, it'll be a small dot, medium, and then harder pressure, then bigger dots. Now do be mindful, these are quite pigmented markers, so which means that on a thinner weighted paper you will get ghosting if it's only at 80 GSM. So this one is 120 GSM or a 32-pound weight paper. I'll pop a link up here. I have a video showcasing the different weighted paper, and if you are using quite pigmented markers or ink that will bleed through or ghost, you may want to consider getting thicker weighted paper. Just be mindful if you don't like any ghosting on your page or on the other side of the page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So green I use for meditating, blue for reading. This ocean color one, I'm going to use that for tracking my expenses. Pink for working out. And then yellow for connecting with family or friends, so that's social. Purple for tidying up the house. And orange, so for career, for me, I am going to do income producing activity as part of my content creation to contribute to the family's financial well-being. So now I could easily just write with a black ink, but we're going to do something a little bit different because I want to practice my different handwriting and of course use different markers that I have on hand, because as I have been decluttering and organizing my stationery, I miss using all these different colored markers. So the colors I use for writing, there's no color coding. I'm just going to pick different ones I have. Now with these Pentel sign brush pens, the brushes are teeny tiny. So if you want to create small hand lettering font, these are really good, especially if you have planner pages with quite narrow lines or grids. These work well as little headers, but today I'm going to use them for my habits in the 7 key areas of focus. So again, enjoy the music and enjoy watching me write down all my different habits for the week. Now, when I write down, I normally tell people when you are writing down your habits, try and make sure it's a lot more specific and a lot more detailed than this. But because I have been doing these habits for quite a while, I know exactly what I need to do. Now, I have just done a video, a live stream where I talked about goal setting and creating specific actionable steps. So have a look at that to find out how you would normally write down the habits and routines that, especially if you're new to it, you want to be a little bit more detailed than just one word. But because I have been doing these habits for a while, I am using the short-handed details of it. So let's read. Again, just picking any color that will coordinate next to each other well. So something different if you want to create that color. And writing down habits and when you're embellishing your pages, make sure you take the time, of course if you have the time, because this is a great self-care and a great mindfulness activity. You have something to focus on, and sure, not talking and writing at the same time and write the wrong thing. So use it as a time to slow down, focus on something that has a clear start and finish, and it gives you an opportunity to be mindful and focus on the present moment. So for my social area of focus, this is connecting with loved ones through DMs, texting, FaceTime, calling, or of course, meeting up with them in real life for a coffee or a lunch. For my family areas of focus, I want to make sure that I'm doing 5 to 10 minutes of daily cleaning, so then the house doesn't get all, out of hand and it gets all messy. And then of course, I know for me, when I am anxious or tired or lack of sleep, when I spot something that's shouldn't be in its place, I'm very quick to anger. So I know for myself that my environment needs to also be decluttered and organized so as to create that harmony and I don't set myself off. This one is, I'm just going to put priority of the day. So for the moment, my top priority include priority of the day includes income producing activity as part of my priority of the day, part of my content creation. So there we go. So there's my 7 areas of focus habit for the week. And then when I complete them, and then I can make markings on these tiny little gray circles there to help guide you on where to mark it so it's nice and straight. So for example, today let's have a look. What color am I using for my habit tracking? It'll be yellow today. So I'm going to use my yellow Kuretake Zig Clean color dot marker. So I have already meditated this morning, and I also already have read my book on my Kindle. So the rest I'll do once I finish this video and then continue with my morning routine. Now here last week, so as part of this well-being planner spread, I have this wheel that represents the wheel of life, 7 areas of focus. The way I fill this in is based on how well I did with my habits from the week before. So I will look at my July 1st to the 7th habit tracker, and then let's say for example last week I meditated 4 days out of the 7. I'm going to pick one of this pie segment of the wheel and then color in 4 of these segments out of the 7, and then once I fill that in, I can see visually which area of focus that I may have neglected from the prior week and make sure That's one of the top priorities for this week. That way I don't go week in, week out, not making those areas that I may have been neglecting not top priority, because I don't want to turn around 2 months from now, 3 months, and then, for example, I hadn't been working out. So which means if I don't work out, I don't include movement in my day, then I may start to not look after my health, and then that will, make me more prone to illness. Especially it is winter here in Sydney, Australia at the moment, so flu season. I want to make sure that I am looking after myself. So here there is also a sleep tracker. My sleep patterns is one of the things I want to work on as well, but it's one of the things that is up and down. Sometimes I'll get lots of sleep, sometimes I don't. So I don't know if that could be because of my perimenopausal journey. It is one of the symptoms, so I'm making sure that I try on average get 6 hours of sleep or more throughout the week. And here now I am going to, or maybe I can use my marker. So I'm going to put July. I like different colors. July 1st to the 7th. Okay. So then that's that. And then at the bottom is my other wellness habits that I want to make sure that I am implementing to make sure other things are being looked after. So this will include 6 to 8 glasses of water. No spending. So with this no spend, it's not that I'm not spending any money at all, because of course we have to buy grocery, we have to buy all the necessities. This is my no spend on frivolous items, like things that I don't need. I don't need any more washi, I don't need any more markers, I don't need any more pens, although come on, I did buy these last week for $12.99 for a pack of 24 brush pens. It's a good bargain. I girl mathed it. Okay, so let me just zoom in a little bit so you can see. So maybe when you are writing with the lighter marker, you may want to go and stick to the ones that are a little bit darker, because I can see it, but it is a little bit light and the letters aren't as obvious or visible. So then the other one is making sure I get myself outside. I haven't been outside. It's been raining here in Sydney, Australia, so I haven't been venturing out myself. The next thing is victory log. So looking for wins in the day is a great opportunity to find some positivity. Victory log, things that you maybe can be grateful for. Those things can help your overall wellness. The other thing we can add on here, with my getting outside, make sure I am getting at least 6,000 plus steps. Vitamins, so these are my multivitamins, so I have to actually get some more. And then the last one is eating piece of fruit. Eat piece of fruit. Okay, let's have a look. Let's zoom out. That's looking very, very colorful. I am loving it. Next side, we are looking at the right hand side of the Wellbeing Planner spread, and this is morning journaling. So here it's just 2 lines. It's a really great way for you to acknowledge your mood in the morning, figure out why you feel that way, and then what is it that you can do to make yourself feel better. And then that way it's a lot easier to manage your day on how you will respond to things rather than react. So if you know you're feeling a little bit lethargic, not a lot of energy, lack of sleep, you're going to be easily annoyed. So you want to put things in place, that a lot of breaks, a lot of taking it easy and making sure, yes, just really not putting too much on your plate. So here, this spread here has tiny little gray boxes, so then you can either put stickers or write down your dates. So we have the 8th, the 9th, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. That's looking good. And then the last thing here is taking a break. So it's really important that you are scheduling in your breaks. There are 3 types of breaks you should be taking to prevent burnout. They're micro breaks, meso breaks, and macro breaks. So macro breaks are those breaks you should take half to a full day off once a month. So this is a time for you. This is not like your normal weekend time to do the cleaning or whatever you do on the weekend that's normal part of your day-to-day routine. Something that's specifically for you. So then that could be just going out for a coffee by yourself, walking up and down the aisles of your favorite shop, getting your nails done. It doesn't have to be related to spending money. You can just go and bring your picnic blanket, your favorite book, and just sit by the park and just enjoy the outdoors. So the other type of break you should be taking is a meso break. So these are your 1 to 2 hours off a week. Then that way, again, really taking time for yourself. So this can include if you do your own nails at home like I do, face mask, foot spa, taking a nice bubble bath, reading your favorite book, knitting, crocheting, tinkering in the garden, tinkering in the shed, whatever it is that's you specific activity. So things that you enjoy, not things that you have to do, things you want to do. And then the final type of breaks that you should be taking, and this is what I put on my little break tracker here, are the micro breaks. So these are breaks that's normally only 1 to 2 minutes, taken several times a day. And for me, they include 1 minute deep breathing, 1 minute deep breathing. So you can either use your timer. If you have an Apple Watch like I do, set your timer for a minute, 1 minute deep breathing. Or you can just count 5 deep breaths or 10 deep breaths using your, analog, using your fingers. And then, or just sitting down and closing your eyes and just taking a pause. Because again, it's important that you schedule in the breaks, not be forced to take a break because you're burnt out, you're tired. You are going to be less likely to be tired or burnt out or exhausted if you actually pop these breaks in your planner and take the moment to do them. So 1 minute deep breathing, if you're like me and sit at your desk most time, getting up and stretching, get up and stretch is really important, because if you work at your desk, you're using your mouse all the time, you're hunched over, this actually signals to your body that you're all tensed up. And so the body and the brain thinks that you are tensed up because you're ready to fight, flight, or freeze up. So the nervous system will read off your physical well-being and think that, oh, why are we tense up? Are we about to fight? Are we about to run away from something that's scary or that will harm us? So getting up and stretching and rotating your shoulders, rotating your wrists, if you use your mouse a lot or if you're typing a lot, will release those tension, and it will signal to your body that relax, everything's fine, everything's calm, there's nothing to worry about. I'm just going to zoom in a bit so you can see it a little bit better. And then of course the other thing is writing down what you're grateful for. Gratitude log. Okay, when you start to look for the positive things in your life, then you are going to see them more often. So the other way it works as well is if you keep spotting all the negativity 1 minute, then guess what's going to happen? You're going to spot all the negativity, all the things that you would probably normally go, you know what, it's okay. You might start to go, why me? Why are these things happening to me? So gratitude journaling or gratitude log is really important. These are normally at the morning, and then I do again the same thing in the afternoon. And just these little reminders, you might go, oh, why do I need to write them down? Because guess what? When things aren't written down, it's less likely to get done. It's hard enough to try and remember all these things on your own, and then having to actually juggle all the other things you have in your life. Get gratitude log. And then again, finding what is it that you're thankful for, what is it that you are grateful for in the day. You will spot them more and more as you practice taking your breaks. And then the final one is tidying up my desk. Tidy up desk, because then if you tidy up your desk, when you come back to it in the morning, you are nice and fresh. It's the same way that you would when you are making your bed, right? You could easily go, why do I need to make my bed? I'm just going to be sleeping in it again tomorrow or in the evening. It's because it gives you a sense of accomplishment. When you complete these sort of things, it gives you like, you know what? If nothing else gets done, I've made my bed. If nothing else gets done, I've tidied up my desk in the evening. So then when I wake up and sit back at my desk the next day, it's a nice, clean, fresh start. It's not going to remind you of the chaos or the mess that you left the night or the day before. So there's my Wellbeing Planner spread. You can purchase as a standalone printable download at marianecresp.com, or the product is tagged underneath the description. And I actually already have done my weekly spread for July 8th to the 14th. So follow me on Instagram at marianecresp. That's where I do daily posts, reels and stories, and more detailed pictures and videos, quick short videos of my day-to-day planning, habit tracking, well-being, and simple budgeting routine. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it, and make sure to share this with other planning friends. And of course, if you haven't yet subscribed, why not make sure you do and hit that bell to get notified of when I do upload new videos, as well as when I go live and share more of my actual day-to-day learning on how to be more productive, looking after yourself, and making sure that the things that you do is you-centered, and then because you can't help others if you are not helping yourself. So I wish you a great day, great July 8th to the 14th, and I'll see you next time. And don't forget to pop what you think in the comments section. Do you like these colorful spreads, or are you more minimalistic when it comes to your own planning and embellishing? Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye everybody. Bye-bye.